I'm back to film another video, and today I wanted to film a video with the tag going around, my first year tag. I think is what it's called. It started by Teach Like a Girl, and there was a loop going around of a bunch of different educators, but I wanted to jump on board and take part myself. So let's dive right in. Number 1. What was the worst moment in your first year of teaching? My worst moment. You'll see it in another video, and I'm not going to talk about this moment, but I lost a co-teacher partway through the year, only a couple months into the year. But my worst moment, it was in October, and it was the day before I was leaving for a vacation. So this was my first year teaching. I had already booked and paid for this vacation prior to school starting, so they allowed me to take it. And it was the day before I was leaving, and I had 3 students. 3 students get into an altercation, just verbal, and it really rocked my world. I'm like, this just isn't for me. Like, maybe I just won't come back after vacation. Like, I don't know. That was definitely the worst. And so that was kind of my first real disciplinary issue. And so that was kind of putting, practicing what you preach kind of moment, putting it all to the test. I said I was going to do all of these things, and now I really got to do them. And that was rough. Number 4. What is something you wish you knew before you started teaching? I say this all the time. All the time. I've said it to my boss. I've said it to my husband. I say it to my friends. I say it to my co-teachers. I wish I knew how emotionally taxing this job was. As a nurse, I dealt with death, not a lot, but enough. I mean, I worked in an ER where people came in after traumas and they would pass away. And then I worked in a NICU where we took care of really sick babies. And sometimes, not often, but sometimes, those babies just didn't make it. And it was in both places that I think I had a self-assurance that I knew I did absolutely everything I possibly could. Absolutely. There was never a question in my mind that we could have done more. And so didn't make it easy, because it was never easy. But that helped me be a little bit more assured that that's what was intended, or that's what God planned, whether I liked it or not. And in teaching, the same students come back every day. If you have a disciplinary issue with a student one day, they might have detention or they might have in-school suspension, but they're going to come back. And those same problems are going to come back with them. If they have problems at home that are causing these disciplinary issues, those don't go away overnight. And I can't always make those go away. I can't always make those better. The same kids that come in hungry every day come back hungry the next day. And I couldn't shut my brain off. Absolutely couldn't. I would come home at night and I would just be in knots about my kids. And where are they going to sleep tonight? And are they getting fed? And do they have clean clothes for tomorrow? And I couldn't stop worrying about them, ever. That is something I really wish I had known before I started teaching. Number 5. What advice do you give to a first-year teacher? I have so much. So much. So, number 1, breathe. Breathe. That is number 1 always. Nothing is going to go perfect. There's always going to be some sort of snafu. You're always going to be mildly underprepared. There's something that's always going to go wrong. Jimmy's always going to have an attitude at one point throughout the year. You're always going to feel like you're not doing enough. But you are. Even just showing a little bit of effort, a little bit of love, and a little bit of caring to these students is more than sometimes they get at home. And you're doing enough. Trust me. I was there. I didn't think I was doing enough, but you're doing enough. You're doing everything you can. You can't give any more. And if you give any more, then you're taking away from your loved ones, your husbands, your wives, your children, your family, your moms, your dads. You're taking away from those people. You have to put yourself first. Breathe. Number 2, not everything has to get done every day. I learned this the hard way. One of the biggest things I can recommend is the one thing I always did. Make sure your agenda and your copies are ready to go before you leave school in the afternoon. So that way in the morning when you come in, you don't have to worry about anything. It's all ready to go. You can kind of relax, get yourself together before that bell rings and you've got kids. Number 3, there's politics. Always, everywhere. And you have to pretty much make yourself Switzerland. Just make yourself neutral and say, you know what, everybody's got opinions and everybody's opinions are really valuable. And if you become a team worker and really absorb everybody's opinions, you tend to learn a lot. You become a better person for it. I know I did. There were plenty of times where things were done that I didn't agree with, but now I implement some of those things in my classroom because I think they actually work and they're beneficial to students. Number 4, leave work at work. If I can say anything, don't bring it home. You give so much of your day already to work. And when you come home and your family sees you sitting at the computer again planning a lesson, you're not home. You're not with them. You're not home. You're not spending time with them. So leave it at work as best as you can. Leave it at work. There's always going to be those circumstances, but say after this time my computer goes away and I'm just with my family. Period. Dot. End of story. Number 6, enjoy your summer. Enjoy it. Know that it's coming. Summer is coming. It will come. And it will be over before you know it, but it will come and you'll have that time to rest and relax and rejuvenate, but make sure you actually do it. So my biggest mistake this year was I set days every week that I was going to work, and I feel like my summer just ran away from me. Do I feel rejuvenated? Yes. Do I know that I'm not built to be a stay-at-home mom, so those days at work probably saved me? Yes. But if you let it run away from you and all you do all summer is worry about school and buying things for your classroom and prepping lessons for your students, you won't enjoy your summer. You just won't. So make sure you rest, relax, and rejuvenate. Know that you're not going to do everything perfect, and that's quite all right. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this video, make sure you do it yourself. It's not that hard. Pick up a phone, take a video. Doesn't have to be perfect quality. We just want to hear your opinions. So if you like this video, thumbs up. Comment down below if you agree with anything I said or disagree. And make sure you subscribe. It just helps out the channel so more teachers can see. See you guys later.